I've been wandering around this place trying to get a cup of
No,
coffee.
we didn't get that either.
Hey, let us know.
So you work here, or did they bring you in from?
No, I work here. This is my jurisdiction.
Sure.
They just woke me up early, that's all.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Yeah, so we just want to ask you basic questions about the exercise today, what kind of scenarios they're planning for, all the agencies involved.
Okay.
And then why they chose this location, and I don't know if you could speak to the other locations also.
Well, I can speak to this one specific, but far away. Far away, what you need.
I'm just going to hold the mic close to the radio audience.
Oop. Knock myself out with my...
Go ahead and ask the question, Aaron.
Yes, sir. We'd just like to know about the scenarios that have been planned today, why they chose this location for the terror drill, and some of the agencies that are involved.
All right, well, you know, obviously in law enforcement, fire, any public safety, we look at emergency preparedness very, very seriously. And everyone, you know, when you look at here in Park Meadows Mall, everyone's got an emergency plan from the state to the county, and then you come down to the city, we've all got our plans. Then when you come down to the mall has their own emergency plan, and then the anchors within the mall have all got their emergency plans. So we do a lot of tabletop exercises to make sure that the plans are melding and we can respond the way we need to respond. But, you know, tabletops don't cut it for me. You really got to get down and see what are your real capabilities. You need to do a real live scenario drill, which is what we're doing today. And we've extended it to the entire metro area, to 4 sites in the metro area, where we're going to be doing these exercises. Here in Park Meadows Mall is identified that this will be a prime location. I'm very grateful to the mall for allowing us to do it, because, you know, malls are very vulnerable to terrorist attacks, to all kinds of terrorist, domestic and international terrorism. So we want to make sure we're capable of responding. Not just responding, we're testing the communications between all the agencies, and there's many, many agencies, 100 agencies are involved in this drill. We're looking at hazmat capabilities, we're looking at bomb squad capabilities, how we can respond to bomb threats, to suicide bombers, to active shooters, all at the same time. These players, these police officers and emergency responders here today, they don't know what they're in for. They don't know what they're going to face when they go in. So this is real live a scenario, understanding that there's, you know, we've been working on this for a long time, so there's a lot of safety measures involved. There's no live ammunition inside. You know, this is a very clean and sterile site, so we're hoping to get through, test everything without anyone getting injured, to make sure that we can respond the way we need to respond if anything ever happens.
Can you tell us your name and what your role is and so forth?
Okay, my name's Steve Hasler. I'm the Chief of Police here in the City of Lone Tree, where Park Meadows Mall is situated. My role here is I want to observe the situation. I was on the governance board from very on that looked at the way we govern these exercises throughout the metro area. So I was kind of privy to all the things that were going on. So it wouldn't be fair for me to be involved in the exercise knowing what was going to happen. So I'm here to deal with looking at our capabilities, making sure that everything's going the way we designed it to go, to deal with, you know, guys like yourself and talking to the press, because there's a huge interest, and then I'll be presenting the debrief afterwards to make sure everything went the way it did, and if it didn't, to find out how we can fix it.
I don't know if you can speak to this, but we've had security for some time since 9/11 at airports.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the headlines last week. The NFL announced they're going to start doing that.
That's right.
I know there's a stadium involved later. Why are we seeing it shifting towards kind of the public arena area?
Well, you know, I mean, it's a real tough deal. You know, when you live in a free society, and people are free to move around, and that's the right thing, you have to look at how can we allow them to do that plus keep them safe. And it's finding that right balance. Have we got the right balance? I don't know if we've got the right balance. But we still have to make sure that when people move freely around the community that they're safe. And the only way to do that is to do the things that happen at the moment, which some might say is overkill. Some people might say, well, I feel better protected. But we're looking at better ways to keep people safe. All I know is it's going to take me probably a lot longer to get into the football stadium than it did last week, which is a shame, but hey, that's the way it is.
You mentioned several different scenarios that you're practicing. Is one of them multiple scenario type of situation where there may be a terrorist attack going elsewhere in the city at the same time as the mall? Or
yeah. I mean, I don't want to give the game away because it's pre-exercise, and I don't know how many of these guys are listening to the radio or watching TV in their cars. You know, with modern technology. But this is a Mumbai kind of drill where this is going on in 4 different areas of the city. And so, you know, how do we probably be great at responding to one. How do we respond to multiple ones at the same time? Who responds? How do we divvy up the resources? You know, and that's what we're testing today, to make sure we're capable of doing that.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
Well, just one final question. Can you talk about the federal response? What kind of coordination is there with the local authorities? And then I know, for instance, he's here with Homeland Security.
Right.
Can you speak to that? And what would be a success, just kind of a practice makes perfect kind of scenario, or what are they hoping to accomplish today?
Well, you know, I don't. It's not a success-failure thing. It's a teaching, learning exercise to make sure everything we put down on paper, everything we talked about in tabletop drills, we can do. That's what we're looking for. And if we can't, we'll fix it. Where Scott is from the Homeland Security, I mean, this is money come down from the federal government to the North Central region and divvied up so we can make this happen. So we're talking about the federal government, the state government, the county government, and the local government, and the 5 districts. I mean, it's from the top to the bottom, all working together on the same page, making sure everything we need to do, we can do, and all the things we've planned on paper works in real life.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.